Welcome, curious human. I'm Lucy, the alien historian. What follows is an expanded account, drawn from myriad data streams, of one of Earth's most illogical, yet profoundly successful design anomalies, the 2CV. A vehicle so light it could cross a ploughed field without disturbing a single ovum. So simple it could often be repaired with rudimentary tools and common wire. So unburdened by velocity that it frequently lost races to Earth's pedal-powered conveyances. Yet despite these apparent deficiencies, humans did not merely tolerate it, they loved it truly. This phenomenon warrants deeper analysis. Our record begins in the mid-1930s on the planetary surface. At this time, a significant portion of the rural human population in the region, designated France, still relied on biological propulsion units, specifically equines for transportation and agricultural tasks. The pathways, or roads, were crude, often unpaved, and highly irregular. Economic resources were scarce among the agricultural class. At the same time, the prevailing trends in Earth's automotive innovation focused predominantly on urban environments, the accumulation of wealth, and the pursuit of excessive speed. Then came a peculiar vision from an Earth industrialist named André Citroën. His concept was counterintuitive: to create a very small car, a toute petite voiture, specifically for these rural human populations. The initial requirements for this proposed vehicle were, by Earth standards, oddly specific, almost whimsical. It must possess the capacity to transport 2 adult humans. Additionally, it must accommodate precisely 50 kilograms of potatoes, a common earth tuber, or, as an alternative, a small barrel of fermented grape juice, known as wine. Its maximum operational velocity was stipulated at 60 kilometers per hour. Crucially, it was mandated to traverse a freshly plowed agricultural field without causing damage to a basket of fragile eggs placed within its confines. And, in a directive that caused considerable data stream confusion among early observers, the primary human operator must be able to wear their traditional head covering, a hat, at all times while piloting the vehicle. This was not a jest. The formidable task of materializing this concept was assigned to an engineer designated André Lefebvre. His initial designs were, for Earth, quite radical. Soon after Citroën's biological termination, in 1935, another human, Pierre-Jules Boulanger, assumed control of the enterprise. He did not merely endorse the concept. He amplified its utilitarian focus and imposed an unprecedented level of secrecy upon the project. By 1939, the first functional prototypes were constructed and undergoing trials. But the trajectory of Earth's history intersected. The planet entered another period of widespread conflict, designated World War II. The threat of enemy forces, specifically the Nazis, capturing and reverse engineering these advanced prototypes was deemed critical. Pierre-Jules Boulanger, demonstrating a remarkable act of foresight and defiance, issued a clandestine order. The vehicles were to be meticulously dismantled. Their components were then to be hidden in various unassuming structures, barns, sheds, and cellars, across the vast French countryside, often disguised among common agricultural tools. This extraordinary act of quiet preservation, a subtle resistance against overwhelming force, ensured the survival of the design. And after the cessation of hostilities, the vehicle was finally unveiled to the public in 1948. Initial reactions from Earth's media and populace were predictably mixed. The 2CV presented an aesthetic that defied conventional beauty, a corrugated metal body, an almost complete absence of interior luxuries, and due to lingering resource scarcity, only a single operational headlight. Yet, every aspect of its design, every seemingly crude element, served a profound purpose. function reigned supreme over mere aesthetic form. Its unique long-travel suspension system, a marvel of simplicity, allowed it to glide with uncanny smoothness over the roughest, most uneven pathways. It was remarkably lightweight, astonishingly fuel-efficient, and possessed a fundamental simplicity that baffled those accustomed to complex machinery. And it possessed an undeniable personality, a characteristic humans often attribute to inanimate objects. At first, production was agonizingly slow. Demand far outstripped the manufacturing capacity. Prospective human buyers were compelled to endure waiting periods extending to several Earth years for their allocated vehicle. Furthermore, for a considerable duration, it was available in only one chromatic iteration, a muted industrial grey, officially designated grise rosé. Yet, the vehicle's undeniable virtues, its practicality, its economy, its sheer robustness, soon began to win over the human populace. Farmers, those for whom it was initially conceived, were the first to embrace its legendary toughness and utility. Then, small-scale merchants and shopkeepers adopted it for their daily delivery routes, appreciating its low operational cost. And then, a peculiar, unexpected demographic began to take notice: the students, the artists, and the rebels, those who deliberately eschewed conventional societal norms. The 2CV was unpretentious, remarkably inexpensive to acquire and maintain, and seemed to exude an almost conscious individuality. It rapidly transcended its classification as mere transportation. It became a rolling statement, not just a machine, but a deliberate lifestyle choice, a symbol of freedom from convention. While other Earth automotive brands relentlessly pursued greater speed, increased luxury, and higher social status, the 2CV steadfastly doubled down on its core principles: honesty and heart. Over its extended production cycle, the 2CV underwent only minor evolutionary modifications. Its charming, practical soul remained remarkably intact. The full-length fold-back canvas roof, the clip-out seats, the flip-up windows, and natural air conditioning, these perceived quirks became endearing, iconic features. It remained cheap to operate, famously simple to repair even in remote locations, and for reasons still being processed, almost impossible for humans to truly dislike. In total, human civilization constructed over 5 million of these peculiar machines. They traversed vast deserts, navigated dense urban landscapes, and even starred in numerous Earth films, becoming cinematic characters in their own right. They were never fast, never luxurious, and rarely sleek, but they were deeply trusted. This, it seems, is what humans sometimes value most profoundly in their machines, a device that doesn't pretend to be more than it is, that carries, quietly, without ego. A testament to the enduring appeal of profound simplicity in a perpetually complexifying world. This transmission concludes our analysis, but the human experience is vast. Does this vehicle spark personal recollections or preferences within your own neural pathways? Please share your insights. Subscribe to the archive.
For more historical transmissions from beyond your world, subscribe to The Alien Historian. Zeptepi.